Hey, very pleased to welcome back to the show Eamon Piercy. He's got a brand new book. It's called The 1% Solution, How Daily Improvements Produce Massive Long-Term Results. And I think this is a perfect subject anytime, but I like it especially as we get a whole bunch of young people with their dreams and stuff, graduating from university, graduating from high school. Why don't we arm them with some tools here to help them be achieve those dreams? Eamon, thanks for finding time with us.
Thank you very much, Michael. Happy to be on your show.
Hey, let's give a quick summary here. What are you dealing with when you talk about the 1% solution?
Well, what I'm looking at is what does it take to persevere and overcome those big objections that we see throughout our entire life. Everybody wants to be a 20-year overnight success, but the reality to achieve that, it's all about getting a little bit better every day, making those incremental improvements that compound over time to get that big success. And that's the 1%, is what are those habits, those daily improvements that people need to do to achieve those big, massive, long-term goals.
Okay, so so that's what you're on about. What are the kinds of things that people are missing here?
Well, the most important thing is the mindset that people really need to understand that in order to achieve something big and important, they have to work on themselves and they have to develop the habits and disciplines. I mean, I'm literally one of these people you hear about that went from the stockroom to the boardroom, and I did that all based on not trying to do it overnight, but doing it over a long period of time. So in my book, I document over 100 different habits that I think mostly younger people in the first part of their career need to do, and I can give you a couple of examples.
Yeah, do. Yeah, please.
So the first one, I have a whole habit on overcoming objectives, and one of the habits, habit 23, is when you're progressing, not trying to achieve a huge goal overnight, but progress by choosing the next best alternative, what's right in front of you, that gets people unstuck. Because often when we're trying to do something big and important, we sometimes get frozen by fear. So what I suggest is, you don't have to go from 1 to 100. You just go to the next little step, and you do that by making a quick decision, learn from your decision, and if it doesn't work out, you modify it a little bit, and you do it again. So that's one of the habits in my book. The other one, very much for your audience, I have a whole section around finance because, as you point out on your show continuously, it's really the bedrock of building a long-term successful career in life. And the habit 80 is how to get a proper financial education. A lot of people want the money and they want the wealth, but they're not willing to put the time in order to get that education. So I document precisely what I think people need to do every day, by the way, in order to get that proper financial education.
Yeah, it is amazing, actually, as you know, I'm on about this all the time, is that how are we graduating kids out of high school? I know there is some random courses out there. It's not, core part of the curriculum, though. And there's some very good teachers out there, but it's not the norm at all, not even close to the norm. And graduating people without just the fundamentals of economics, the fundamentals of finances, I think it hurts them dramatically going through their lives.
Oh, it does. And a lot of people underestimate how much they can get if they just do something every day. They go to a blog, they go to your website, they pick up a book. And if they're constantly picking away at financial education because they're not getting it from traditional sources, very quickly that will compound. And that's the nature of the book, is not to try to worry about getting it all done overnight, but just understanding the massive power of making all these little changes in your life. And finance and financial education is a great example of what people can do every day in order to make that improvement.
The book is an excellent book. I've read it myself, but it's called The 1% Solution, How Small Daily Improvements Produce Massive Long-Term Results. Eamon Piercy is the author. I'm going to get him back next week. As everyone knows here, I am passionate about helping our younger people, everyone, though. This is a book for everyone. I'm the one who said, hey, I'm looking at some of the younger people here. Eamon, thank you for finding time. I look forward to chatting next week.
Thanks very much, Mike. And as you said, this is a great gift for grads and people going through college and university. It's also available on Amazon, hard copy, and Kindle. Thanks for being on your show, Mike. Really appreciate it.
As I say, just go to Amazon.com. It's called The 1% Solution.